So, who are you?
I'm JeffYasuda with Blip FM.
So we are here at Twiistup, and we were just talking a little bit about the difference between San Francisco and LA. Now, you're a San Francisco-based company.
That's right.
But you're in the music space, so you spend a lot of time down here.
That's right.
Top-level thoughts, differences between the two, similarities, and how they can work together.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this is sort of new for us to come down to LA, so we're learning as we speak. But obviously, the intersection between media, which is obviously down in LA, and technology, not to say that LA doesn't have technology, but predominantly technology based up in Silicon Valley, it's a pretty cool combination. So a couple of our folks said, you guys have to come down to LA, check out the scene. I come down here to talk to a lot of the content owners and copyright
What's the
owners.
biggest difference that you see between entrepreneurs here and there?
You know, I think, well, it's interesting, as we talked before, you know, there is an immediate focus on, number one, obviously monetization, right, as opposed to just developing a cool technology.
And you're talking about down here?
Down here, yes. And not to say that, of course, we're not focused on that in Silicon Valley, but as a former VC, quite honestly, I ran into the problem in the Valley all the time where there's a great technology trying to find a problem, right? And, you know, I think the market's very different now. You know, as a sort of a financially based guy, I think gone are the days of getting financing purely on technology. I think you have to be able to experiment. I think you have to be able to show some pathway to monetization, and that's sort of what we're doing with Blip FM. You know, we're basically proving it out in real time that you can actually generate revenues that are meaningful.
So you're a recovering venture capitalist.
Yes. I've left the dark side.
You left the dark side. That's why we put you in this light, this beautiful kind of amber lighting.
Right.
We had the 3 VCs on the panel this morning here at Twiistup.
Sure.
None of them from here. One of them with no LA investments. One with a couple of ideas of companies, and then one with 3 investments.
Right.
What would you say to the investors in the Bay Area about what they should be doing here?
Well, get down here, right? I mean, there's some incubator type plays like Plug and Play that we talked about earlier that are just launching. Apparently, they bought 2 huge buildings or something. You know, I think part of building a successful community is you got to put the effort in, right? And you got to have events like this. You got to be active and try to figure out what are the hot companies, what's the circle of entrepreneurs. You know, the Twiistup story, as I heard, you know, Francisco, you know, and you know, recently obviously just took over. You know, it was explained to me that back when Mike launched this, the first time was a party of 30 people at some club. You couldn't hear anything, but there were a bunch of entrepreneurs that got together. That kind of stuff building now to about 1,500 people is insanity, right? And it's great. And I'm really happy for these guys. But that's the kind of stuff, it doesn't happen around just one conference. It's got to happen all the time, right? And so, yeah, we get the nerd alert, you know, commentary up in the Valley all the time, right? But I think when nerd meets the hip, you know, fashion, media savvy folks down here, you're going to have a pretty powerful intersection.
Well, at least maybe we'll all start dressing better in the Bay Area.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, we all need help, so.
Hey, speak for yourself.
That's all right.
Well, Jeff, thank you.
Thank you.
And look forward to talking to you more.
Good. Awesome. Thank you.